All right. Hey, good afternoon, everybody. This is Ann Sieg coming at you. And this is for our Voice of E-commerce call. And just want to start us a couple minutes early as people find their way into today's call. And so again, this is for the Voice of E-commerce. And just want to acknowledge that here we just came off of Memorial Day weekend. I hope you got a chance to review last week's Voice of E-commerce session where we spoke about honoring one of the veterans in our program here at E-commerce Business School. So again, Ann Sieg coming at you. We're going to start here right at the top of the hour with the Voice of E-commerce. And I hope that this will be a family, fun, friendly call for you, because that's the focus for it, is what this is all about. Doing an e-commerce business is helping you to achieve your goals. So we're going to dive into that topic as we are now heading into summer with the warm months. I don't know about you, but it's been quite warm where I'm at. In Bella Vista, Arkansas, we're supposed to hit 101 degrees. I believe that's slated for Saturday or so, but definitely warming up here. And so here we are in those wonderful warm summer months where we get to have a lot of fun, enjoying ourselves, all that whole receiving the fruit of our bounty, of our hard work. So, all right. Well, we are going to get started. So want to just welcome everybody again. This is Ann Sieg. I am the founder of the E-commerce Business School. And this is the Voice of E-commerce broadcast that we do once a week, Wednesdays at 12 p.m. Central Standard. And we are the broadcasting arm of EBS. And our goal is to display to the public that we are real people who have a go-giving community that supports and empowers each other. And so we're thrilled to have you here and look forward to empowering you to take your business to the next level. Hi there, Anita. Hi there, Kathleen. Well, great deal. I'm going to share my screen now, and hopefully I've become adept enough at my software that I can do this. So let's see how I do. I'm going to minimize that. Just bear with me for a moment. I'm going to get this right. There we go. I did it. Give me a high five, really. I appreciate that. For any of you who work a lot of software, you'll get what I'm saying. But so Voice of E-commerce, and I want to let you guys know that you can just write in "add me" in the comments section below. And in that way, you're going to be notified of future broadcasts that you receive right about 5 minutes right before we get started. So all you do is write in "add me" in the comments section below. Okay, so like I was talking about, summer and fun and family and freedom that we provide you through the E-commerce Business School. So people come into e-commerce as a business opportunity that helps entrepreneurs achieve their life goals. So there's always a reason why behind something, and that's something that I'm always most interested in. And I've learned something early on is never assume that the reason I joined something is the same reason that someone else will. But we do know on the whole, it is lifestyle oriented or lifestyle outcome that the bulk of the folks who come into E-commerce Business School are interested in. So I want to share with you, this next screen is really messy. Really messy. And you're wondering, what in the world is this all about, Ann? It looks like a bunch of scribbling. Well, what we do is we have a new member orientation every week on Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Central Standard. They are live. I present them every single week. And as part of that, we're giving them an orientation into our back office. And then we go into goal setting and specifically something that we call reverse engineer. And I do this all the time in my own business, by the way. I teach what I practice. And so to reverse engineer means, where do you want to be 6 months from now? So we always have this calendar with what the date would be 6 months from the time of that new member orientation. And then I'm asking folks, what do you want? What do you want to accomplish? Because they're going to be having to work in their business, right? And we let people know this is not a sling in the hammock deal here. This is a business and it does require work. But with that, the most important driver or motivation is, why are you doing what you're doing? And so to establish, what do you want to accomplish 6 months from now? And so this is a screenshot from one of my new member orientations where people shared, what do they want to accomplish? And then what's it going to take monetarily to accomplish those goals? So this is a big part. And I also have a PDF actually that I provide to people right during the new member orientation with an even more in-depth exercise. And I tell them, go put this on the wall and then let the family know, here's where we're going. Kind of like when you're going on a vacation, you say, here's where we're going. This is the roadmap. Here's what we're going to accomplish together. Okay. So that's something that we do every week, new member orientation. Now, the culmination of that is this. Yes, we provide training. And guess what? So do a lot of other people. So what makes us different? A whole number of things. I think our strong suit is we are a full-on support community that I think would be almost impossible to match. Literally. There's no member can fully utilize all the resources we have, meaning we set this really wide swath of resources for our members to utilize, and some will use some and some won't. But we're there in this full support community effort, right? The other part is this. My ultimate product is the entrepreneur. So sure, we have training and people put that training into practice and then they develop their businesses. But the most important part of their business is actually themselves. So goes the entrepreneur, so goes the business. So we invest into people. Not just training. Training is great, and we have phenomenal training, but we're investing into people. We are developing people because I want to affect change in the culture. I have a very, very big vision and mission here. So how that culminates is in our annual Ultimate Business Lifestyle Retreat, where the focus isn't about how to get in the Amazon buy box and how to set up a Shopify store and how to do an email campaign and how to do book flipping. No, this retreat is 100% focused on the entrepreneur, the person. It was very unique. Our first ever was this past year. Lots of hands-on activities. A lot of it was leadership focused because you got to learn how to lead yourself first if you're going to lead a team. And having a team is what helps you reach scale in your business. So e-commerce gives you a true laptop lifestyle so you can work your business wherever you are. So I picked a handful of people in our community, and they are Brian Cummings and his wife, Terry. And Brian is one of our trainers. He's actually the executive director of coaching and training. In the middle, we have this young lady, Dr. Josie Shepard. And she came into my community about 6-7 years ago, learned how to build sales funnels and the like. And then she came back in when I started in e-commerce. She's a powerhouse. She started e-commerce when she's 70, and now she's 75. Wait till you see what she's accomplished in her lifestyle. And that's Danita, who's one of our master trainers who came into our community, just like anybody else. And now she lives, she has her dream life fulfilled. They live in Italy, and she flies over here to do training for us. So you'll hear a little bit about that and see just how true this really is of reaching an amazing lifestyle. This is Tim and Maya Coyle. They came into our program, our community, in summer of 2015. He had sold his brick and mortar business owner that he owned for 25 years. They wanted something to do from home. They were smart enough, if I may say so, to open up an email I sent them. They've done extremely well. Last year, they had 7 vacations, and Disneyland was one of them, or maybe that was this year in 2018. And they have 8 on the books for 2018. I think they've gotten 3 under their belt already. And they're making money the whole time through. They do local retail arbitrage. They do wholesale sourcing. They do online arbitrage. They do a whole mix, including Shopify print on demand. But the point is this. They chose to sink their teeth in, if you will, into the e-commerce space and build a long-term viable business. And it's paid off for them really, really well. They've got a lifestyle. This is Marvin Hooker. He was a CPA. He came into our community, hit almost $40,000. And now they get to have a lifestyle of staying home to raise their grandkids. And then they vacation every weekend, but they're doing retail arbitrage all along the way. And so they have since sold that first home when they first came into our community and now have 3x their home, 3 times the square footage to accommodate their growing e-commerce business. So there they are, horseback riding. They just choose where they want to go on the weekend as they vacation as a result of their e-commerce business. Brian has really been incredible. Again, he's our executive executive director of training and coaching. He's been an Amazon seller for 9 years. He really, really knows his stuff. One main category has given him an amazing lifestyle, including that's his 3rd mobile home that all came from Amazon earnings. That was from the book category, primarily from books, which he had 6 figures from, but now he's expanded tremendously. He has a great POD business now, print on demand. All right, so e-commerce business, it gives you leverage. It gives you time leverage. So let me just go back to Brian and Terry. So they go off, they're gone for 3 weeks at a time, going around the country in their mobile home. They came to Colorado. Last year when we had our Ultimate Business Lifestyle Retreat, they were on a road trip for 4 weeks. How nice would that be? And he was $60,000 in debt before he came into the e-commerce space. He was in a really hard place. And now he's got this beautiful, magnificent lifestyle traveling around the country. So back to Dr. Josie Shepard. She's a really smart lady, and she's someone to definitely follow in her footsteps. So what she's done, she learned through me in my previous training program, is set up systems and teams to do the work for you. So some of you have heard of Robert Kiyosaki, the cash flow quadrant. So you can go from employee to a self-employed to a true business owner, is when you can walk away from it. Walk away. All right, I'm going to talk about that. So I'm going to give a little backdrop on background story on Josie because it's so impressive. She was a psychologist who left her private practice to start an online work from home business. She has a son who is, he has no kidneys. I didn't know people could exist by not having their kidneys, but really, really severe health challenges as her adult child that required her to sleep with her phone under her pillow every night in case he would end up in an emergency room. So that's when she's like, I got to quit my private practice. I've got to find something to do from home. And she started to study online marketing. And her husband is a psychologist, and he's a big Josie fan, and rightly so, because she's a powerhouse. Well, Josie went on to create her own shipping center. This is not her first. She's evolved it. It's called Prep It, Pack It, Ship It. And this is now a fully automated walk-away business for Josie. So she's been doing e-commerce for 5 years. She started when she was 70, and she owns a full-blown shipping center in Southern California. That's one of her 3 fully automated businesses that allows her to travel and do whatever she wants at age 70. Pretty impressive. Her eldest son, Michael, is now the operations manager of Prep It, Pack It, Ship It's shipping center. He lives in Thailand, but he manages the company over in Southern California. You're starting to see how global this is, how scalable this is, how diverse it is, because here at E-Commerce Business School, we believe in having career paths as an option as well. You can have career paths. Here's her warehouse staff. They're amazing. And they all run that warehouse without having to be involved. And she can just check in once a month or so. Does that sound good or what? That's a true business owner, according to Robert Kiyosaki, sitting happily in the B quadrant. She receives a direct referral from a company headed towards a $1 trillion valuation. Do you know what company that is? It's Amazon.com. She is featured in their back office. How many of Seller Central? How many of you have on your calling card, your business card? You know, I get business cards from a lot of people. How many of you say, yeah, I have a direct referral from Amazon. Check me out. Just go to their back office, right? Again, she started at age 70. She also has 2 Amazon stores with fully automated overseas teams of virtual assistants. One in the Philippines and one in India. 2 different stores, which, by the way, you can't do that on your own. You have to get permission, right? And they gave her permission. Don't think you can go run out and do that. You have to get permission. Don't make a mistake, right? But the big takeaway for you is 3 fully automated businesses. Is that sweet or what? You ask her if that was worth it, okay? So what she figured out, there's 2 essential keys to scaling your business. You realize, I can't do this by myself. I'm going to need some help. And then you need a system to train and manage your team to do it for you. And of course, the caveat is it needs to be profitable. And so all her businesses are in profitability, completely outsourced. Beautiful or what? That can happen in e-commerce. So by implementing systems and teams into her business, she gets to do what she loves. Josie loves to teach and train at our EBS community. What she really, really loves is creating courses. And so she's creating yet another amazing resource and tool that far exceeds any course we've ever done in terms of the whole automation piece of it. That's forthcoming, by the way. But I know it's going to be awesome because she's already proven she's got the goods. So can you see how this all relates to having that freedom lifestyle? So she goes over to Thailand, for example, to do her sourcing. There she is, a night market in Chiang Mai, doing her sourcing there. And her husband comes with her, and this is her son, Michael. And it's a vacation. They were out on a remote island. They got a real fancy place to stay at when they did their trip, which was part business or write-off, but they also got to have some time alone while they're in Thailand on a remote island. So Josie's business, it's a family affair inspired by wanting to help her youngest son. Is that not a beautiful, beautiful story? This is Jeremiah, her youngest, who has the very severe health condition. At the same time, she's found her passion and she's fulfilling it because she's taught in the college systems as well. She's teaching and training here at the e-commerce business school. Can you guys give a high five right in the comments? High five. And I bet you I'm going over slightly. I will, just slightly. Give a high five for Josie there, right? Is that cool or what? Now for myself, all of my businesses always evolved first from my family. 80-20 marketing started in a partnership with my eldest son, right? And so e-commerce business school, as we shifted into e-commerce and are now building our massive school and community, it allows me to work with and visit my son in China. Do you see Josie and I kind of have a way of working together or working with our family members? So this is my middle son, Robert, who's a sourcing agent in China. He's lived there for 6 years, and yes, he's fluent in Mandarin. He's got a Chinese girlfriend. And that's my son, David. And so he comes with, and he's my cameraman guy. And I get to spend more time with my family while I'm doing business. You guys getting to see the picture here? So this is with my 2 sons. This is Dave and Robert, my 2 sons. There's Brian Cummings, our executive director of training and coaching. These trips are an absolute blast. So it's a family-friendly business. We also have been the premier training company of choice for ASD Market Week. And my son and I were both on the board here, the MITRE board. I did the keynote speaking, or not keynote, but I helped manage the panel at Source Direct. And then my son was a featured speaker. And then there's my eldest son and my middle son, Robert. And there was our celebration with their e-commerce business school while presenting at ASD Market Week in Vegas. So our entire family has worked in our business, including my nephew. My youngest son has worked with us for 6 years, David, that is. But my nephew, he's wearing the owl costume. That's our mascot for the e-commerce business school. He's inside this hot costume. And that's my husband, Brian. And I couldn't do this business endeavor without him. We do this as a team. And they were celebrating our anniversary at one of our many events. So with these examples, e-commerce is the true path to entrepreneurial freedom, giving you the opportunity to have flexibility and fun with the family business. Can you guys see that? Do you see the family focus here? That if you want to do that, you can do that as well. And I have to say, it typically starts with one person having success Then the other family members see the money coming in and go, oh, I think I should help you. And that's what happens with the resistant spouse syndrome. Once they see that money coming in, they start helping out, okay? That's how it works here. So here at the E-Commerce Business School, we take great pride in providing you with a full-on support training community to help you achieve your life dreams. This is one of our many events. We just had a big 5-day event end of April. Now we've got a trifecta workshop series coming up in July. So here's what I'd like to do in closing is write in the comments section below the dreams that you want to accomplish with your e-commerce business. And it's okay to do this. It's part of the human spirit. It's what we're wired to do. So don't ever squelch those dreams. I always have really, really, really big dreams. I like to have big dreams, and then I go for it. So you can feel comfortable, if you like, post those dreams that you want to aspire to. It doesn't have to be necessarily, I want, like the family business part. A lot of folks, they come in our new member orientation, they say, I need to get out of debt. Okay, that's achieving a lifestyle, isn't it? Getting that debt load off. And then private message us if you'd like to talk to a business advisor for advice on direction for your e-commerce business. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this. I could go on for hours and hours of stories of how people have incorporated this with their family. I want you to know this is a very key component of our identity is we embrace the family unit for you to bring that into your business, and we want to be a big support in that. So that's it for today. I want to thank everyone for being here, and I'm going to go ahead and end this call. Go ahead and write in the comments section, and I'll see you next week in our next edition of Voice of E-Commerce. Till then, bye-bye, everybody.